Hey, what's up everybody? It's William back for another NASCAR Diecast review. And finally, I was able to find a Wave 3 car. These things have been pretty scarce, for me at least. Haven't been able to find one Wave 3 car, but I finally found one. And of course, it's the best one I possibly could have found. Well, maybe that one other one. But this is definitely up there. It's Jimmie Johnson's 2017 Lowe's Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. What a wonderful car to find. If I could only find one Wave 3 car, I'm glad it could be this one. Of course, he is my favorite driver, so it's probably a little biased there. But a great car. It was the only one, well, actually, I take that back. There was, I think, the Tony Stewart last ride car there, but since Jimmy's my favorite driver, I had to go with Jimmie. And this was the only Jimmie car that they had at the Walmart from Wave 3. This is the only Jimmie Johnson Wave 3 car they had. They didn't have the championship one. I was looking for that one. I've actually got a video coming up kind of around that championship car, but that's for another time. So really quick, we'll go over the box here, as we always do. Of course, we've got Jimmie Johnson's car sitting right there in the packaging. We've got this cool looking hood, which actually has like a metallic finish on it. It's kind of hard to see, but I'll get into that a little bit later. You see there, they're doing the boxes a little bit different now, starting in Wave 3. You can see there we've got a little logo that says free hood, though we've kind of been getting that for a while. But now you've got this whole thing that says 2017 Wave 3. I know they had that, earlier in the year that said 2017. Just, a few changes if you haven't realized them already. I guess I should just say starting in 2017 with the NASCAR Authentics they were doing this. And of course, like the primary color of the car is now the color of this outline of the packaging. So that's all new for 2017. If you didn't realize that or didn't know that, but that has been on the packaging since, I think, the beginning of the year for the 2017 NASCAR Authentics. Really quick, we'll turn the box around, and you can see these 6 cars included in Wave 3. And as you can see, this is, of course, the one I found, the 2017 Jimmie Johnson Lowe's car. This is the other Jimmie Johnson car I was talking about, his 2016 Championship Diecast. Also included is Daniel Suarez's 2016 Xfinity Series Champion Diecast, Paul Menard's Richmond Water Heaters Menards Diecast. I believe that's Daniel Suarez's 2016 Xfinity Diecast, and of course, like I said earlier, Tony Stewart's last ride car that he drove at Homestead last year. So all very cool cars. Of course, Jimmy's, like I said, my favorite driver, so I was ecstatic to be able to find him. I've been looking for this car for quite a while now, and haven't been able to find it, but I finally checked out one of my local Walmarts, and they had it there. So it seems like Walmart is the person who's getting it in first, not Target for whatever reason. Usually Target has them pretty quick, but it seems like Walmart's getting them first. So if you haven't been able to find Wave 3, check out your local Walmart if you have one. But we'll actually just unbox this live right here on camera. So, yes, here we have the hood. Set that off to the side. We've got the plastic, and here's the diecast. Oh man, am I excited to review this. Okay, before we get into the diecast, let's go over the hood. So like I said, it does have like a metallic finish on it. It's kind of hard to see. I'll see if I can get, there we go. You can kind of see, yeah, right there. You can see they did something with the blue, they did something with the blue plastic to where it looks like it has a metallic finish, and that's because the blue on Jimmy's car has that metallic finish to it. So they tried to make it look like it was like the hood on Jimmy's car. Now, of course, the hood on Jimmy's car doesn't say his name and have the number on it, but they still tried to make it very similar to how the paint looks on the car, which I think is cool. I mean, it's pretty basic. You just got Lowe's 48 Jimmie Johnson, but still a cool little piece to have, I think. You can see there on the back it says NASCAR Authentics. There you can really get a better view at how metallic it looks there. That's a really good view of it. So yeah, pretty cool with this hood. I'm not sure it's the best one, but a cool one nonetheless. And here we finally have the diecast. Man, oh man. Is this a cool one to review for you guys right now? I've been waiting so long to be able to get this car in my hands. I know I probably could have just gotten the Lionel, the the Action Racing Collectibles version that has the, that just comes in the standard little box. But, usually these are cheaper when you can find them at Walmart. They're like, I think, $7.99 on Lionel or NASCAR Superstore, wherever you go. So if you get them online. But if you go to Walmart, I paid for like $3.97 for this diecast. So, I mean, I know it's not a lot in the price difference, but, if I can save a little money here and there, if you save enough money, that's enough money that you could buy another diecast with. So that's how I view it. So yeah, I just figured it's better to pay the $3.97 at Walmart if you can be patient and wait a little bit than pay the $7.99 whatever it is online. It's just the way I view it, but it all worked out because of course we're sitting here and I'm able to review this car for you today. So let's get into it. You can see there you've got the Chevrolet SS front bumper. You got 48 right there. You got the Hendrick Motorsports and the little Ricky Hendrick tribute logo there. I've told that story before. It's got the logo right there. Jimmie's had it on his cars for quite a while now. It's got the tail number of the Hendrick Motorsports plane that crashed in 2004, and it also has the initials of one of Jimmie's late friends, Blaze Alexander, who unfortunately crashed his race car and lost his life in that accident. So it's got his initials and the like I said, the tail number of the Hendrick Motorsports plane that crashed in 2004. I tell that story a lot, but a lot of people don't know what it is or why it's there. So I just like to tell that story because just to kind of educate people on what it's all about. So on the hood, we've got Lowe's on the hood, and just a little quick thing. Of course, it was announced very recently that Jimmie Johnson will have Lowe's for a sponsor in 2018, so that's awesome. Long time running sponsor Lowe's, always great to see them on the 48 car. So you can see we've got our standard front bumper contingencies here, Goodyear over the wheel well. Now you can see here, of course, we don't have the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series logos on there yet, but and they probably won't put them on the NASCAR Authentics. I don't even think they're putting them on the Action Racing Collectibles cars that are sold online. So I think as far as 164 cars go, people are kind of out of luck, which is unfortunate, but the way the rules are with kids, and kids buy these cars and play with them, and you can't have Monster Energy on the car, though it's happened before. I mean, I don't know how it all works, but what you gonna do about it. So there you got the blue 48 this year for Jimmie Johnson. It's now back. He had a blue 48 a few years ago. They went back to the white, and then they went back to the yellow, and now it's back blue. So it seems like they're changing it a lot recently. You've got Lowe's there on the side, Cobalt on the rear quarter panel there. You've got Valvoline there on the C pillar, Hendrick Motorsports, Axalta, Bosch, Freightliner, and Siemens on the B pillar, and it looks like there's some sort of messed up printing there, or like the decal got like bent or something when they were putting it on. I don't know. You can see you've got Jimmie Johnson Twitter and Facebook there up on the name rail. You've got 48 on the roof. Lowe's is the roof sponsor, and I don't know what they're doing when they're I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like this or if the printing got messed up, but it almost looks like the 48 has an outline that's like a lighter yellow, which to my knowledge the roof number does not have an outline this year. So I'd like to think that that's probably just a decaling error, but if you back it up, you can't see it all that much. It's only really when you get close. You see as I bring the car closer, then you can see it a bit more. So I guess it's not really that big of a deal. I didn't mention earlier, you can see there you've got Jimmie Johnson's name on the windshield with the two Chevrolet logos, as always. Again, Monster Energy should be there with Jimmie Johnson's name on the rear windshield, but I think as the year goes along here, we're going to start to see just nothing on the windshield. I don't even think they're going to do the manufacturer logos on the windshield, and then they're going to do the driver's name on the back, which I think they should at least put the manufacturer logos on there, make it a bit more accurate, but again, what you going to do? So we come back around here to the back bumper. You've got Lowe's there, Valvoline, 48, SS. You've got that Chevrolet SS back bumper there, the decal for the Chevrolet SS. And of course, the Chevrolet SS will not be run in 2018. If you don't already know that, you probably do. There will be a different Chevrolet model run in 2018 for the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup, or the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. I'm still not used to that, as you can tell. So we come here to the deck lid. You've got Lowe's there. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you noticed this, but usually they have like this kind of Lowe's logo, the one that's in the house here. That's usually on the deck lid, and then they'll do the written Lowe's on the roof. I only really know that because I'm an avid Jimmie Johnson fan and I have like almost all of his cars. Not really, but I do analyze his cars quite a bit, and so that's just something I noticed that they're doing different this year. And as you can see here, coming around to the right side, it is, of course, as always, the same as the left. Now going over the paint scheme, kind of a different approach to the paint scheme they did this year for Jimmie Johnson's Lowe's car. I have to say, when I first saw it back over the winter, I was kind of skeptical of it. I wasn't sure if I would like it a whole ton, but I have to say, the scheme has really grown on me, and I'm liking it a whole lot more as the season has progressed. And of course, as he's won in this paint scheme at Texas, I'm skipping a race, Texas, Bristol, and Dover. And of course, the Texas and Bristol races weren't really this exact same paint scheme. At Texas, he had Hitachi on the side, and at Bristol, he had A.O. Smith on the side. Dover, he actually had the Lowe's on the side of the car. So, but the paint scheme, in essence, was the same. So, yeah, I'm liking it a whole lot more. You can see here we start off with a yellow splitter, and I really like what they're doing with the yellow here this year, and kind of what they did with the yellow on the car last year. It's very much like a very bright neon yellow. Really, really looks good, in my opinion. I think it complements the blue really well. As I just realized, we have a paint blemish there up on the car, but you know what? I haven't been able to find this car. I'm just so happy that I was able to find it. It's probably not the best way to review, but I don't even care really at this point. So you can see it starts off with the yellow splitter. As you can see, the underside of the car right there. And then the whole hood in front of the car is blue. Down here on the side, we've got a yellow stripe that comes down the left side, kind of at a diagonal. Then we've got a white stripe that goes down right next to the yellow stripe, and then almost what looks like a blue, almost like a diamond shape, kind of cuts up into the white. And what's really cool is what I like is they did actually kind of give the 48 on the side of the car a bit of an outline with that white there. It's kind of throwing it back to when Jimmie did have an outline around his 48. They don't really do that much nowadays, but it kind of gives a nice reminiscent look of how the 48 used to look when it had an outline. So I kind of like how they did that with the blue cutting up into the white, and the white giving the 48 an outline there. You can see then you've got two yellow stripes that are very reminiscent of, or look very similar to this one, except there's two of them, but they're cut off to make room for this Lowe's logo. And right at the top of this, at the top of these two yellow stripes, we have a white stripe that kind of goes just down the bottom side of the car, and that makes room for the Cobalt logo. Back bumper of the car is all blue. Deck lid, as you saw, all blue, and the roof is all blue. So the paint scheme is really only on the side of the car, though this white stripe does go up onto the A-pillar, as you can see here, but kind of stops right in the middle, because you can see there's some blue right there. So the white kind of stops right here on the A-pillar, though I do like how they made it go up there. It kind of makes the paint scheme seem like it's not just on the sides of the car, because really, if you cut that off, the paint scheme is really only on the side of the car. There's nothing going on the roof or any of the A, B, or C pillars, or even the back or the deck lid or anything. So I kind of like how they did that. As like I said, and of course this side is the same as the left. I feel like I'm probably rambling now, as this is a 13-minute video, when it probably should have only been like, 6 or 7. But as you can tell, though, I'm just very excited to finally find this car. It's been very hard to find in my case, and a lot of the Wave 3 cars, but it looks like they're starting to turn up now. So that is going to be just about it for this video. If you've watched the whole thing, I'd like to thank you very much. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I'm now at, as of right now is when I'm recording this video, I'm at 110 subscribers. I can't thank you all enough for that. I know I've been slacking off. I slacked off a little bit at the beginning of the year. I apologize very much so. I'm young, I've got schooling, and sometimes it just gets in the way. But it's summer, so I'm hoping to put out a few more videos than what I did early in the year. It's at least what I'm going to try to do. So thank you all again. Give the video a like. I always appreciate it when you do that. Leave a comment down below if you want to talk Talk NASCAR. I have a question about the diecast or the video. And as always, I ask you to subscribe. Let's get that subscription count even higher. But still, again, thank you, and I will see you all in the next video.